Now to the story around SA Express, and you heard me speaking to the provisional liquidator at SA Express, Aviwe Ndyamara, about their court ruling today extending the provisional liquidation process. Now, we're hoping that we've got a better line. Mr. Ndyamara, good afternoon to you once again. You'd explained why you'd argued the airline should not be liquidated finally. You'd explained why it is that the licenses, the accreditation is important. I was asking you about the future of the airline industry and whether there would actually be a future for SA Express.
Yes, Stephen, it's the sales process would ideally want a better return for the body of creditors from an offer. Now, we can't control the interested parties in how they want to formulate their offers. What I can confirm is that there's three parties, and out of those three parties, there is an interest to restart the operation, but that can only be determined once we've concluded their sales process and all the due diligence process has been completed and the terms and conditions have been met and the purchase price has been paid, then it really is up to the new buyer as to how and when they restart the operations and who they re-employ.
I do need to ask you about the issue of workers' salaries. As I understand it, workers haven't been paid. They say they've actually done the work they haven't been paid for. The Human Rights Commission is looking at this. Are you not able to pay salaries at the moment? Yeah,
look, Stephen, we do sympathize. And I've always stressed the fact that we really sympathize with the workers. However, we're guided by certain provisions of the Insolvency Act and the Companies Act. Now, the legal position is that all employment contracts of SA Express employees have been suspended as of date of the provisional order. Now, that's the fact. That's the legal position, right? Then, of course, we would, from time to time, require certain services in order to execute on our functions as the provisional liquidators, would then call upon certain other employees. But, however, the position is that all the employment contracts have been suspended merely because of the provisional order, and that's the legal position.
Okay, so in a way, you're actually not able to pay them? No,
we're not. So what must happen is that they must then submit claims, just like any other creditors that are owed money by the airline, and then we must abide by that insolvency process. So whatever outstanding salaries that were there prior to the liquidation, they'd have to submit claims from that, and those claims will then be paid from the proceeds of the sale of the airline within the liquidation process.
Okay, Mr. Ndyamara, I mean, is there any timetable for how much longer all of this can last? I mean, particularly if you're a worker, you're sitting there, you're not sure if you're ever going to get paid, frankly. I mean, is there a timetable? I mean, is there any kind of end date to this?
Yeah, look, it's a liquidation under normal circumstances. Would take anything up to between 12 months to 18 months. Now, liquidation of this nature, there's no ways we can tell when it would be completed. But the sooner we can complete a sales process, then at least we've got a figure. We know that if for example, the airline is sold for 150 million rand, then and the total quantum of creditors is to the amount of 900 odd million rand, then at least from that, we can establish if there will be a dividend payable to the employees, if at all.
Aviwe Ndyamara, I really do appreciate the time. Thank you. The provisional liquidator of SA Express.